Welcome to another video of Food Nourish Deep Dives, the videocast of foodnourish.net, where we explore topics like health, food, supplements, and alternative approaches to health and wellness. Today, we're diving deep into the actual science of natural weight management. We want to understand exactly how your body regulates weight, and more importantly, how you can start working with it rather than constantly fighting against it.
Here is our roadmap for this explainer. We'll be looking at the flaw of fad diets, uncovering your internal weight regulators, going through strategies for sustainable weight loss, comparing supplements and drugs, avoiding common sticking points, and finally, mapping out a real, actionable 4-week plan. Let's get right into it. Part 1. The flaw of fad diets, and why extreme restriction practically always fails.
To start things off, we really have to address the elephant in the room. Just listen to this quote from our source material. It highlights an incredibly frustrating reality. Aggressive calorie restriction doesn't just fail, it actually strips away your lean muscle tissue, it radically shifts your hunger hormones, and it brings your metabolism to a screeching halt. People who do this tend to gain more weight over time than people who never dieted at all. It's wild, right?
It's basically a vicious cycle. When you fight your body that aggressively, your body just fights back by starving your biological engine, which leads to this intense rebound hunger. But natural weight management, it does the complete opposite. It feeds your body the exact right signals to preserve your muscle, naturally cool down your appetite, and keep your metabolic rate humming along for the long haul.
Which brings us to Section 2, your internal weight regulators. Let's look under the hood and really understand this engine.
Okay, look at this breakdown. Your basal metabolic rate, or BMR, accounts for the vast majority. We're talking 60 to 75% of your daily calorie burn. This is the energy your body uses just to keep the lights on while you're sitting on the couch. And you know what drives that? Muscle. Which is exactly why preserving your muscle mass is absolutely critical as we get older. Protecting it is the secret to keeping this giant slice of the pie working in your favor.
Now, moving beyond your BMR, your pancreas acts as another primary regulator. Think of it as your body's fat storage switch. When you eat a bunch of refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes. In response, your pancreas sends a flood of insulin to clear it out. The crucial point here is that excess insulin literally traps your body in fat storage mode and actively blocks fat breakdown. If you're constantly spiking your blood sugar, you are basically throwing away the key to that lock.
And we absolutely cannot forget the gut. You've got trillions of bacteria down there acting as a third major regulator. They influence everything from how much energy you extract from your food to how full you feel after eating it. Science actually shows that overweight individuals often have entirely different gut bacteria profiles. But the good news? You can actively feed the good guys, like Akkermansium eucinifila, with prebiotic fiber and fermented foods. Doing that strengthens your gut barrier and gets your metabolism back on track.
Section 3. Strategies for sustainable weight loss. Let's talk about the interventions that actually work.
So how do we put this into practice? Let's start with your plate. You want to aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Why? Because it naturally shuts down your hunger hormones and stops those nasty insulin spikes we just talked about. Add in 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day, especially soluble fiber like glucomannan, which literally forms a gel in your stomach to keep you full and you're golden. Combine that with actually sitting down and eating without staring at your phone, and you are working perfectly with your body's natural signals.
But hey, it doesn't stop in the kitchen. Getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep and managing your stress cortisol with a quick walk or meditation, those are non-negotiables. Seriously, research shows that sleep deprivation literally shifts weight loss away from fat and right toward burning your lean muscle. We do not want that. That's also why 150 minutes of weekly activity, heavily emphasizing resistance training, is vital. And please, do yourself a favor, track your progress by how your clothes fit and your energy levels, not just the number on the scale.
The crucial point here is resetting our expectations. The CDC recommends losing just 1 to 2 pounds per week. It sounds slow, I know, but that is the exact sweet spot that prevents your metabolism from stalling out and your muscle from wasting away. Now, real quick, before we look at how external catalysts can accelerate this whole process, I have a great tip for optimizing your wellness routine. Head over to foodnourish.net/deals. You'll find all the absolute best wellness and supplement deals from major brands. I'm talking Apollo Peptide Sciences, Perpetual Life, iHerb, Source Naturals, Nootropics Depot, Bioptimizers, all the heavy hitters. You can get the link right down in the description of the video. All right, let's jump back in.
Section 4. Supplements versus drugs, the catalysts.
So let's talk about those catalysts. Research points to some incredible plant compounds that can give you a fantastic edge. Green tea catechins, like EGCG, genuinely increase your energy expenditure and fat oxidation. Then you've got Garcinia cambogia, which might actually inhibit fat production enzymes. Capsaicin from hot peppers literally turns up the heat in your body to burn more calories. In fascinating combos like mulberry leaf and bitter melon, they can actually slow down carb absorption and mimic insulin. When you pair these with good habits, it's a stellar metabolic boost.
Now, looking at the data neutrally, we see two very different landscapes here. Natural plant supplements offer gradual, cumulative support. They take maybe 4 to 8 weeks to really show up because they're just helping your body do what it already does, just a little bit better. On the flip side, GLP-1 prescription drugs create immediate clinical changes by mimicking gut hormones to drastically slow your digestion. One approach focuses on building habits alongside whole foods, while the other is a direct pharmaceutical intervention. Understanding this difference is absolutely key to making an informed choice.
Section 5. Avoiding common sticking points and keeping that engine running smoothly.
Even if you're doing everything right, these top progress killers will completely stall you out. The absolute biggest mistake, dropping your calories under 1,200 a day. Doing that aggressively forces your body to panic, slow down, and shed precious muscle. Ignoring your sleep and chronic stress is another big one. It will completely sabotage your hormones no matter how perfectly you eat. Also, don't expect overnight miracles from natural supplements. Give them time. Stop obsessing over the scale instead of body composition. And please, don't skip meals. It just sets you up for a massive blood sugar spike and a binge later on.
Section 6. Your 4-week action plan. Let's map out the blueprint. All right, here's how we bring all this science into the real world. We're taking it step by step so you never feel overwhelmed. Week 1, just audit yourself. Track what you're eating and how you're sleeping. No changes yet. Week 2, let's slowly layer in a 15-minute daily walk and try to hit that 25 grams of protein per meal. By week 3, start swapping in some fiber-rich foods and take just 10 minutes a day to de-stress. Finally, in week 4, once that foundation is rock solid, that's when you consider adding targeted, evidence-based supplements to really amplify your engine's efficiency.
When you start treating your metabolism like a finely tuned engine that needs proper fueling, instead of an enemy you have to starve, you unlock truly sustainable results. Which leaves us with one final thought to explore in your own journey. Are you ready to stop fighting your body and start actually working with it? Goodbye, listeners. Be sure to check out the resource article in the video's description. Please like the video to help us grow our channel and continue delivering deep dives in health matters, and subscribe to our channel to never miss another video.